Carmelo Anthony's family is trying to outdo BLM. They set up a GoFundMe for legal funds and have raised over $500,000. They're spending all this donated legal defense money on a new house and a new car. It sounds a little bit like the heads of BLM, but besides the point. If there was ever a tutorial on how to race bait your community out of their own money, this would be it.
Carmelo Anthony, the 17-year-old accused of unaliving another teen in high school at a track meet in Texas. His family raised $900,000 in a GoFundMe for his defense. But instead of that, with that money, the family made the decision to buy a $500,000 house and a brand new car. We are witnessing a complete and utter breakdown of moral accountability. Now, he is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, clearly. But the lack of compassion for the family of the victim and the gross abuse of the generosity from people, which personally confuses me, but not my monkey, not my circus, is astounding. But this is where we are.
Carmelo Anthony, the scammer, just went car shopping. This is from a story out of the New York Post that basically says that Carmelo Anthony and his family are now living in a $900,000 home in a luxurious gated community, with the funds that they have raised from stupid black people and the BLM activists and the dumb EBT crowd that is now making Carmelo Anthony a civil rights hero and is now raising money for him. Oh, so what have they done? Oh, no. Not only have they rented the home in the $900,000 home in the luxurious gated community, they also went car shopping. According to this article, there is a Suburban, there's an Acura. A neighbor counted 3 cars in the driveway. So what is this lesson to black people? Number one, I don't think that y'all are ever tired of getting scammed and hustled. At this point, 5 years out of BLM, if you don't see it by now, you're never going to see it. So you just love being race hustled and scammed. I mean, black people have been getting race hustled and scammed all the way back to the OJ days. It doesn't seem like something that's ever going to end. And as long as you continue to get scammed and race hustled by these people, they will continue to scam and race hustle you right to the $900,000 mansion, in that Suburban that Carmelo Anthony and the fams got the driveway.
I didn't move my house because people say crazy stuff to me on the internet. Are there credible death threats? Now, moving into a $900,000 house, what does your original house look like? Because if you're in a $10 million house and you move to a $900,000 house, that's not a big deal. If you got a Ferrari, you got a Rolls Royce, you got a Bentley in your front yard, and you bought a $150,000 Escalade, we ain't got nothing to talk about. But if the house you're renting is better and bigger than the house that you actually live in, if you then went and bought a $150,000 Escalade, which is nicer than the cars that you currently own, we got a problem. No, we don't have a problem. You got a problem. Because you essentially are showing the world that people of the melanin literally live in a perpetual grift. And I'm not saying it's everybody. What happened at Black Lives Matter? Patrice Cullors living in a perpetual grift. This is the biggest money laundering scheme that ever happened in American history from a nonprofit related to activism. They had enough influence, enough revenue, enough companies in a headlock to garnish hundreds of millions of dollars. And what did they do with the money? I want to say it, but I'm a Christian. These women are buying houses, buying up real estate, flipping houses in white neighborhoods. And now you see a situation where you got Carmelo Anthony's family allegedly buying Escalades and moving into these nice houses in a gated community after their son killed somebody. And he did it, if you ask me, this was malicious. And if the kid was white and he killed a black kid, they would be screaming to hang him. And that he's a racist and it was malicious and he did it on purpose and he hoped every black man die. But when a black kid do it, somehow it's this knee-jerk reaction to say they wrong about him. I'm going to play these clips in a minute. They're just photos. I went to Paul Laurence Dunbar High School. I've driven by Paul Laurence Dunbar High School. It's named after the famous black poet Paul Laurence Dunbar in the hood. I've driven by there lately. It don't look as bad as it was when I went there. And I feel like it wasn't as bad as it was before I went there. I mean, it was worse before I went there. So the school has progressively gotten a little better, in my opinion. But even going to a hood school where dudes pull guns on each other in the parking lot. I remember one of my teammates carried a gun to practice every day because he was a gangbanger and he feared for his life. So he carried his gun to practice every day. Now, as a rational person, not one time did I think it makes sense to take a knife to a track meet. The question that I think will be posed to Karmelo Anthony, they're definitely not going to have him testify. I think he's going to do a plea deal. If he know what's best for him, he need to plead to manslaughter and do 5-10 years in prison and be done with it.
I guess Black Lives Matter, so you can go rent a $900,000 house and buy 3 brand new cars, because that's what happened with Karmelo Anthony. Remember, he's the guy that unalived Austin Metcalf at the track field by stabbing him and unaliving him. And Black people have been saying in solidarity and standing with him, saying that he was defending himself, that it was self-defense. He was arrested. After he said that he did it, he was arrested. His bail was like $1 million or something. And now they have the judge that's been assigned to the case. She's a Black female. She lowered his bail to $250,000. So he got out. Him and his family, who had put up several GoFundMe, the company kept taking them down because apparently you can't raise money for legal defense. So they found other ways to raise money because they allegedly have rented a $900,000 house in a gated community and bought 3 brand new cars with the money that they have raised for his defense. Tell me if this is not like George Floyd 2.0. So this is going to be some big situation where it was going to be self-defense and people are going to just continue to donate money to him and they're going to put statues up and they're going to do all of the stuff that they did for George Floyd. They're going to start a foundation. Tell me why Black Lives Matter so that you can go buy or rent a $900,000 house and buy 3 brand new cars, when allegedly the family was raising the money for his defense. But by the way, let's go shopping and buy 3 brand new cars and let's rent a damn near $1 million house in a gated community because we need that for his defense. You tell me in the comments why Black people fall for this every damn time. You jump on the side of the Black person saying, making all kind of excuses for whatever their action was. In this case, they're saying Karmelo Anthony was defending himself because Austin made him get out of his seat, whatever. I don't care. He wasn't even supposed to be there. But he thought his life was in such jeopardy that he had to like stab the kid. And then we have this Black female judge who's going to come out and change his bail so that he can go home. I think he's like on an ankle monitor. The first thing he does when he goes home is rent a $900,000 house, buy 3 brand new cars for his defense. You guys funded that. Do you feel good? Do you feel like he needed that? All of you guys who donated to his defense? Allegedly his defense, because no, you actually donated for them to live in a damn near $1 million house, buy 3 brand new cars on your dime. Now you let me know in the comments, do you think that this is appropriate? Do you think that he needs this for his defense? Because it was self-defense that he unalived another student, another person. Let me know, because I'm just waiting for the statues to go up, and I'm just waiting. And when it goes to trial, if he does not get off, here we go with Minnesota burning to the ground again.
The family has reportedly bought a new house with the $400,000 that has been raised.
So the amount of misinformation being spread about what Karmelo Anthony's family supposedly did with the money they raised is just on another level and clearly on purpose. Let me explain. So every conservative influencer and garbage media outlet is screaming all over the internet that Karmelo Anthony's family either bought or rented a $900,000 home and purchased a brand new car, some are saying Cadillac Escalade, with the money they raised on GivesAndGo. But it's all very easily disproven nonsense. So that's what I'm going to do real quick, starting with the house, which if you do 5 seconds of work, you can tell these people have lived in for a while. Because first off, the images that people are cropping and sharing of the house originally come from a Facebook post back in 2023. And then shortly after the incident, the photos along with this text were shared on TikTok, but the original post is from 2023. And if you simply look this house up on Zillow, you will see that the last time this house was listed was basically October of 2022, or towards the end of 2022. And manifesting God's promises all of 2023 does sound like something that somebody who bought bought a house at the end of 2022 would say. But if that's not even enough for you, they also talked to the neighbors who said they were living a lavish lifestyle of Amazon Prime and Domino's pizza deliveries. But you know what the neighbors didn't say? Oh, those people, they just moved in. So yeah, it's very obvious that these people already live there. The only shred of truth in this whole thing is Karmelo Anthony's father did say they would be moving because they're receiving threats now. Something that is very common in high-profile cases like Kyle Rittenhouse's, for example. Only difference is when he did it, the Daily Wire framed it as him moving to a safe house. But what about the car that 3 different media outlets and every conservative influencer is claiming he bought with the GoFundMe money? Well, the story behind that is even dumber. Because 2 of the outlets cite the Daily Mail, and the Daily Mail thought this was enough evidence to put it in a headline. Talking to the neighbor, he got a new car, the resident told the outlet. If you look at the license plate, it's got a paper tag that says expires June 4th. Like, I don't think I have to explain to you how dumb that is, right? Because even if it is their car, we wouldn't know when they bought it, and they could have just lost the license plate and applied for a new one. Or there's probably a million people going in and out of there, lawyers, all kinds of stuff. How do we even know it's their car? I also just want to quickly point out that it takes 5 days to even get any money after your first donation from GivesAndGo. And the first time we heard about Anthony's GivesAndGo gaining traction was on the 7th. And these reports about the spending came out on the 15th, which means they probably talked to the neighbor on the 14th, which gives you like a 48-hour window to do all this spending. So when I say that the misinformation going around is so bad, it's clearly on purpose. This is what I mean. It's very clear that this family already had money, and it's also clear that there's no evidence of them doing anything nefarious with the money donated. So that should really make you question why all these so-called media people are going around saying it.
The Karmelo Anthony Fund, hosted by GivesAndGo, let's be clear. The family has not received one dime. Any of the media could have verified this. But we saw on Twitter, we saw on Facebook, and so many different things of the false lavish life of this family. $800,000 home, purchase Escalade, and private security. Let me make this very clear. The Next Generation Action Network has always had its security detail. Many of you that know us in the Dallas and Fort Worth media know that we have our own security detail. One of the individuals that escorted Karmelo Anthony out of jail is here present with us now. They are a part of the Next Generation Action Network security team. The family hasn't hired any private contractors or whatever, or splurged or whatever. But if they have the audacity to spend money for their safety and security, that's their prerogative.
And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the GivesAndGo fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to.
The co-founder of GivesAndGo has spoken out about Karmelo Anthony and his GivesAndGo fundraiser to help make money for his defense. There's also been an update to the description of Karmelo Anthony's GivesAndGo fundraiser in order to let people know what their money is going to be going towards. Some people are saying it's pretty interesting, and you're going to want to hear what it exactly says. So the reason I think they put this in here was because their GoFundMe was originally taken down. So now they're over on GivesAndGo. There seems to be a little bit of misunderstanding from the previous video. Any information that I give you is either from 1, news sources, or 2, legal documentation. The previous video was from People Magazine and Daily Mail, and this video information is from TMZ. None of this is my opinion. I try to stay as neutral as possible. Jacob Wells is the co-founder of the GivesAndGo platform. And he told TMZ that no funds have been taken out of that account. Now, funds can be taken out after 72 hours, but no funds from Carmelo Anthony's account have been taken out to help towards any of his defense thus far. Nor did he take anything out in order to either, one, buy a car like some people are claiming, or to pay for his bond. I just took the screenshot, so as of April 17th at 10 o'clock in the morning, Carmelo Anthony's family has raised $455,000 for his defense. Now, here's exactly what this money will be going towards. Purpose of funds. While legal defense is a critical part of this journey, we want to make it clear that this fund is not solely dedicated to legal expenses. The fund raised will also support a range of urgent and necessary needs that have emerged as a result of this situation, including, but not limited to, the safety relocation of Anthony's family due to escalating threats to their safety and well-being, as well as a basic living cost, transportation, counseling, and other security measures. Which, based on this relocation statement, makes it sound like they are indeed actually going to be moving out of the gated community that you're in.